Breathe in, come into Utkatasana, awkward seat. Bring your hands down to the ground, forward bend, Uttanasana. Now take your feet hip width apart and grab your toes. Lift the spine and open the chest, bend forward and hold the big toes. You can also hold the ankles or shins. Draw the shoulders away from the ground to release the neck. Change into Parahastasana, hands under the feet. Same movement. Draw the kneecaps up into the quadriceps. Allow the head to be heavy. Release your hands from your feet and bring your feet back together. Come into Utkatasana and into standing Tadasana. Breathe, relax. Breathe in, arms overhead, forward bend Uttanasana. Look up, prepare, step or jump into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg high up, swing it to the front between your hands. We're doing Anjaneyasana. Lift the trunk and take your right arm high above your head. Open your right chest, look up. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe deeply. Bring your hand back. Come to pigeon lunge. Ekapada Kapotasana lunge. Toes of the back foot are pointed. Take your hands to your knees and straighten your arms. Sink deep into your right hip. Take your hands to your waist. Open your ribcage and look up. Take your arms up, arch back. Open your arms to the sides like the wings of a bird. Breathe deeply. Now take your arms behind your back into a fist, stretching towards the ground. Arch, breathe deeply and open your chest. Lift your left knee from the ground. Come into a prayer, twist on your right side. For a deeper stretch, press your left armpit against your outer right knee and try to bring your hand to the ground or remain in the pose where you are. Breathe deeply. Come out of the pose as you came in. Balance. Now shorten your stance. Straighten your right knee and bend forward. Step your back foot to the front of your mat. Uttanasana, forward bend. And we're doing the left side now. Vinyasa, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out deeply. Left leg high up, swing to the front. Lift the trunk and take your left arm high above your head. Open your left chest. Look up, lengthen through the spine. Deep breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, and bring your hand back towards the front of your mat. Pigeon lunge. Toes of the back foot are pointed. Take your hands onto your knees and straighten the arms. Sink deep into your left hips. Take your arms to the waist. Open your rib cage and look up. Breathe. take your arms up and arch back. Breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling. Now open your arms like a bird. Breathe deeply. Open your chest. Open your heart. Take your arms down behind your back. Make a fist and stretch towards the ground. Deep breathing. Lift your right knee from the ground. Come into prayer twist on your left side. For a deeper stretch, press your right armpit against your outer left knee. Deep breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. And try to bring your hand to the ground or remain in the pose where you are. Breathe deeply. Come out of the pose as you came in. Balance. Prayer in front of your chest. Straighten your left knee and bend forward. Have a shorter stance for this pose. Look up and bend forward. Deep breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. Step your back foot to the front of your mat. Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, arms overhead. And come to a prayer and into Tadasana, mountain pose. Relax. Strong standing pose. Inhale, Utkatasana, awkward pose. Exhale, forward bend, Uttanasana. Look up, prepare, step or jump into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, and come over the toes, downward facing dog. Prepare, look forward and jump into squat. Take your hands into prayer and breathe. You can wiggle from left to right a little bit to make sure that you are in a comfortable squat position. And look up. Open your chest and your heart. Focus. Breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling. Now release your prayer and bring the hands to the ground, fingers evenly spread, shoulder width apart. Bring the shoulders forward to transfer weight into the hands. Lift the feet off the ground. Bakasana, the crane pose. Engage the core muscle to create stability. Keep the lift in the hips. Breathe. Focus. Breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling. Jump back into Chaturanga and come through a Vinyasa, upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Again, prepare. Jump into squat. So here's an option for those who don't want to do the next pose, the insect pose. Instead, come into butterfly Baddha Konasana, which is shown in a split screen. Arm squeezing pose. We're coming again from the squat position. Focus and prepare. Take the hands behind the feet onto the ground, middle fingers facing forward. Lift the feet off the ground and cross the ankles and lift the hips. Focus, have a drishti. Now release your feet and come into insect pose, Titibhasana. Lift the feet off the ground, pointing the toes. Keep the legs adducting strongly and rotating internally. Now release slowly into Komasana. Your legs wide spread. Fold forward. Bring your arms flat on the ground underneath your legs. Straighten your legs. Breathe. Wiggle your arms and legs right and left until your feet touch. So it takes for me always a little bit until I come into the position. But important is that the feet touch first before you grab your hands behind your back. Bring your feet on top of each other and bring your head underneath your legs. Breathe deeply. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and release your grip, unwrap. Lift up back into Titipasana, the insect pose. Balance, strong arms, look forward. Tuck your toes this time. Strong legs, and slowly move yourself back into Chaturanga. And come through a Vinyasa, upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Stretch, strong hands, strong fingers, come to the tippy toes and jump into seat. Rock back and forth onto your feet without support. Rock back and forth a couple of times. Bring your toes, your feet over your head, and come to a stand without support. Arms overhead, inhale, exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. Prepare, step or jump into Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg high up, bring your right heel onto your left kneecap. Open your left side of the body. Your left arm stretches high up into the air. Balance, breathe. Now straighten your right leg. Lift. Take your right toe with your left hand and release and sink to the ground into your Sphinx pose. Your left knee off the ground. Now slide your left arm beneath your right shoulder. Both arms remain straight. Relax your head towards the ground. Breathe. Release and lift yourself up. Lift your leg high up and come into a three-legged dog. Through Vinyasa to upward facing dog, over your toes into downward facing dog. We're doing the left side now. Left leg high up into the air. Bring your left heel on top of your right kneecap this time. Open your right side of the body. Now straighten your left leg. Lift it. Take your toe, straighten your leg again, and sink to the ground with straight legs. Come into Sphinx. Breathe. Focus. Slide your arms beneath yourself. Straighten them. Lift your heel from the ground. Your right knee is off the ground as well. Now lift yourself up again. Come into three-legged dog on the left side. Strong arms. And come to plank. Upward facing dog, inhale. And over toes, come to downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in deeply. Lift your right leg high up. Take the right knee to the right elbow. Again, lift your right leg high up. Take the right knee to the right elbow. Lift your right leg high up. Take the right knee to the right elbow. Now this time, place the foot at a diagonal to the knee. Sink the left hip to the ground. Fold forward. Have your drishti, your focus, at your thumbs. Breathe deeply. You can bring your head towards the ground. Relax. Wiggle with your hips a little bit. Balanced hips. Now walk the hands back to create a lift. Bend your left knee and grab the foot with your right hand. Pull it towards your hips. Then switch side. Press with your left hand down the left foot. If you wish and you want to go deeper into the pose, bring your left toes into your elbow pit and grab both hands if you can. Open your right shoulder, lift through your chest. Breathe in deeply. Release your arms and come out of the pose. Let's do the left side. And move your right leg as you wish, as it feels good, before we come to the left side. Bring your left leg high up again. Take the left knee to the left elbow. Your left leg high up again. Take your left knee to the left elbow. Lift your left leg high. Now place the foot at a diagonal. Sink into your right hip to the ground. Fold forward and again have your focus towards your thumbs. Breathe deeply. And release your neck and your head towards the ground. Even hips. Breathe and relax. Shift from left to right a little bit. Feel out for yourself that your hips are leveled. Then walk your hands back to create a lift. Come up and bend your right knee and grab your foot with your left hand. Bring your heel towards your buttocks. Then switch sides. Press your right hand down and press your heel towards your buttocks. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your chest, lift up from the ground. Strong legs. If you want to go deeper, bring your right toes into your elbow pit and bend both arms. Grab both hands. Open your left shoulder, look up, breathe deeply, open your chest, lift your chest, look up, breathe in deeply. Release your hands, your arms, and come out of the pose, lifting your left leg high and make movements in circles. Come to a downward facing dog and to child pose. Open your palms and release and relax. Breathe. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and come out of child pose and into Shavasana, the corpse pose. Lie on your back, your feet apart, your arms apart. Relax and come into a very deep pose. Your breath is softly now. Fall into the ground. Relax. Release everything. Enjoy the pose.